Hello, I'm Matt Helmers with Iowa State University, Director of the Iowa Nutrient Research Center and Professor in the Department of Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering. Today we're out at one of the Iowa Conservation Reserve Enhancement Program wetlands. This is a program partnership of the Iowa Department of Ag and Land Stewardship and the USDA Farm Service Agency. So it's just a program in Iowa that has been specifically used to put in wetlands at the exit of watersheds, primarily in our tile drained land where we can intercept that tile drainage. And this technology has been around for almost 20 years now. And in fact, this summer in 2021, the 100th CREP wetland in Iowa will be installed. And so these wetlands are primarily, at least from the water quality standpoint, they're primarily beneficial for nitrate reduction. And so we have nitrate coming in the drainage water coming into the wetland. We get denitrification within the wetland, and we have lower nitrate going out. One of the great things about this project is that right from the start, it's been monitored. A number of them, a subset of the wetlands have been monitored. Dr. Bill Crumpton at Iowa State University, his research group does that monitoring, and so they sample the flow, or they measure the flow and sample the water coming into the wetland, and then they do the same at the outlet of the wetland. And they've seen that if that wetland pool in Iowa, if that wetland pool is about 1% of that contributing watershed area, they'll see about 30 to 70% of the nitrate removed when it goes downstream. Now, how much removal is going to depend year to year. In a wet year, more water coming in, less residence time of that water in the wetland, we're probably going to remove less percentage of the nitrate, but more mass removal because there's overall more load of nitrate coming in. In a dry year like 2021, there's not going to be much flow coming in, but that flow that does come in, we're going to remove probably almost all of that nitrate. As I said, this has been around 20 years. There's a pretty good data set on the performance of these for nitrate. We wouldn't expect them to be kind of a big workhorse for phosphorus because you may get some sediment deposition and some phosphorus deposition, but in certain times of the year you might also get some phosphorus release from the sediments in the wetlands. So I think Dr. Crumpton would say can't really count on those from a phosphorus reduction, but can be very effective for nitrate reduction. As an engineer, I'm interested in kind of the design of these systems and how we might design them to enhance their water quality performance, how we design them so that we can minimize the maintenance over time with the structures that are put in place. But it's also been exciting to see some of these develop and really appreciate the beauty that they provide on the landscape, the habitat they provide on the landscape. There's something pretty peaceful about being out on this wetland, for sure.